Hello YouTube, Zilla here, and I decided I'm going to try this vlog thing that I see people doing, basically where you just kind of open up the camera, fire some thoughts at it kind of thing, you know, that sort of thing. So, you know, one of the things I've been thinking about lately is why I'm doing all this YouTube stuff, you know. I mean, is it just, I mean, it really, honestly, it started out as a hobby, you know. I just really liked SnapMap, and it turned out that, you know, putting it on YouTube is a great way to share that with other people. So I started doing that. But as far as, like, you know, why I'm doing SnapMap now, what I'm trying to accomplish with it, that sort of thing, you know, I don't want to come off as too cynical here. But, you know, honestly, if I got to really break it down, it's that I need a job I can do from home. You know, as many of you may know, I'm the stay-at-home father of an autistic daughter. And I am also afflicted with a condition called schizoaffective disorder, which has resulted in me, you know, losing a couple jobs as a result of people kind of finding out, or because I get symptomatic at work and things like that. So, you know, and a lot of people will sort of say, well, you know, what YouTubers do isn't real work, and they should go out and get real jobs. And it's like, you know, try to contextualize that a little bit, okay? I mean, anytime you're saying, oh, people that don't have jobs just need to go out and get jobs, you know, as if it's that easy. I'm kind of reminded of one time when I mentioned, this is when I was living in Cape Cod, and I'm not a Cape Cod native, but I was living in Cape Cod, and I mentioned that I was having a hard time getting around because, you know, Cape Cod is huge and not a whole lot of sidewalks and that sort of thing. And somebody said, well, why don't you just go buy a car? And I'm like it's that simple. Like, you just go to the car vending machine, drop 4 quarters in, and get yourself a car. You know, it's not that simple. And it's sort of the same thing with, why don't you just go get a job? You know, when you tell a homeless person that, you know, and you say, why don't you just go get a job? It's like, well, great, imagine you're an employer. Are you going to hire somebody that, you know, can't and doesn't shower, you know, and has the social skills befitting a person that's been living on the streets for weeks and even months, you know? And it's sort of the same situation with me. I mean, you know, you can try to hammer a square peg into a round hole. You can try to, like, send me off to workforce or you know, or do any of a dozen other things that are supposed to be like quick job kind of stuff, but it doesn't solve a couple of my big problems, which is, first of all, somebody needs to be at home with my daughter, especially during the summer, you know. And sort of the other problem, which is that, you know, once people sort of see what schizoaffective disorder can do on a no moment's notice, you know, then it's kind of hard to keep those jobs, you know, once you get them. So, I mean, this is a job that I can do from home. This is a job that I can use my actual talents for, and not just sort of make up new talents, like lie to an employer and be like, oh yeah, I can totally lift 50 pounds of stuff without my back going out because, you know, I've got 2 herniated discs in my back and, you know, all kinds of other stuff. You know, it's a job I don't have to really lie to people to get. I can just have this job. Now, the downside, I'm an independent contractor, and the pay kind of sucks, you know, and so that's sort of, you know, I'm learning how to sort of make that better, you know, by setting up things like Patreon and, you know, my tip jar on my Twitch channel and things like that. And, you know, it's slow going right now, and I'm hoping that does build up. And if you have any advice on how to make those sort of ventures work better, definitely let me know in the comments. But really what this comes down to is this is a job that I can do in the set amount of time that I have throughout a day, while I'm also taking care of an autistic daughter and keeping house and doing all of the other sort of adult things that I still have to do as an adult, you know. You know, don't let the appearance fool you. I do actually have to adult from time to time, and when that happens, I need to be prepared, you know, and that includes, you know, making sure that I can, you know, pay the bills, keep food on the table, that sort of thing. So, you know, if I seem a little cynical sometimes about the approach I'm trying to take, anybody that's been sort of complaining about the fact that there's ads showing up on my videos and things like that, you know, just know that I'm sort of running out of options. And part of what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to, you know, do the things that I'm legitimately good at, okay, for money, because, you know, food does grow on trees, but none near me, and, you know, that sort of thing. I'm certainly, this is also a labor of love. I certainly wouldn't be doing this if I didn't like doing it. In fact, I wouldn't have gotten good at any of it if I didn't like doing it. And the same thing goes for drawing, which I'm going to be adding some live drawing soon. And by the way, if you want to commission a drawing, you know, that should become available very soon, thanks to some equipment that I've got the loan of for the next couple months. And I'm hoping that I can use these next 2 months to get my own permanent equipment. So think of the next 2 months as sort of a trial of what it is I can do as far as, you know, the live drawing, live art, that sort of thing. You know, keep an eye open for that. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is, I guess. You know, I wish I could say I had 1,000 other options. Frankly, you know, pretty much all the work at home options kind of suck because you have no protection. The pay is crap, and you know, but you know, it's what I got. It's what I'm going to do, and I'm dedicated to making sure that I'm able to do this. So, if you can help me do that, by the way, you know, I do have a Patreon page if you want to check that out. That's patreon.com/zmanzilla. If you're watching me on Twitch, you do have a couple options there. You can go to my Patreon, or you can just I have a tip jar on my Twitch page. That's another way. And you know, if you're in the market for some art, I'm going to be able to do commissioned art pieces very shortly. So you know, hit me up with a private message for that. So. Other than that, you know, I do appreciate you watching this video, sort of these personal thoughts, and I'm going to probably put out, you know, more of these. The future ones will probably be less, you know, why am I doing this / you know, talk about my Patreon kind of stuff. I mean, I'm very much looking forward to telling the story of how I learned about the birds and the bees. I think that's a hilarious story, and I think you'll enjoy that very much. In the meantime, though, if you haven't already, I do hope you choose to like, comment, and subscribe. And definitely, thanks for watching. Have a great day.